So I got a download about stuff. So let's talk about it. Because I'm like, okay, we know Ascension is coming. We know Open Contact is coming, right? Well, Ascension is occurring. Ascension is occurring right now. We're ascending as an entire planet to a different dimension. All of us. Everybody's going. I talk about this. That's also how I know another piece of certainty in my channels, because my channels include everybody. So I was sitting there and I'm like, what is the difference between now and like slavery, right? When the slaves got out of slavery here in the United States of America. Because I'm like, they didn't fully get out of slavery, obviously. It just transferred to a different version of slavery. And it also is affecting all people now, not just people of color, right? We're all enslaved by this matrix system. And I'm like, what's the difference now? You know, God was like, this is the proof that ascension is occurring and that this time is different and that Jesus is here, basically, is because of the movies. He's like, that's the difference. They didn't have, okay, so this is what he's saying. It's a biological, neurological difference in such a huge way, because they did not have all of these seeded transmissions, these movies, these TV shows, these subconscious ways to prepare their mind, body, soul, and spirit to ascend into another dimension. Like, there's so many hero journeys, right? Like, there's so many movies. Like, Divergent is about Jesus. The Lord of the Rings is about Jesus. Harry Potter is about Jesus. All these movies are literally about Jesus. They're that same story. This, like, hero's journey. This, like, overcoming evil. Fighting the demons. Like, that kind of stuff. Slaves did not have that. Does that make sense? Like, they didn't have, like, all this stuff to, like, prepare their mind, body, soul, and spirit to, like, be free. We have been preparing ourselves our entire lives for this freedom, and we haven't even realized it. So it's like the movies, the fact that we have movies alone, TV shows, subconscious programming, phones, video games, all this stuff proves that this time, because I was just talking to a friend, Ashley, love her. She was talking to me, she's like, you know what I've been thinking about my whole life, because she's a genius, was, where's the books? Where's the books? Where's the books? The old books. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the beep are the books from, like, any time before, like, the 1800s? All the handwritten books. Because that's, like, how we recorded history throughout time, was through books. And they can't possibly all be in the Vatican, so where the hell are the books, right? I'm like, girl, you are so fucking smart. I'm like, yeah, that's a really good point. Where are the fucking books? We only have, like, books from, like, the printing press and on. It's like, where are the other books? I have a theory that's, you know, the Alexandria theory, but it's, like, actually, like, it was, like, the Crusades. Like, I swear to God, they took out all the fucking books. So it's, like, now it's, like, well, why do we have movies? Why do we have movies? Why do we have TV shows? Why do we have all this stuff right now? Because it's been preparing us. It's literally been preparing us for ascension. It's been preparing us for Jesus's time. Now we all know that we carry Christ consciousness codes. We're waking up to Christ consciousness. The Christ is waking within the entire collective and awakening right now, right? All of us carry different codes. All of us have different gifts. All of us have different roles. You know, I call forth the new earth leaders here. I also help people align to God and get themselves out of oppression through their neural pathways in their brain by rewiring our thoughts out of it. That's, like, my whole thing. So God's like, that is the proof that this is happening. Open contact is literally happening, because, like, there's no time in history that we've ever had in it, like, people, like, seeding their brains, like, with this idea. And that is how you have to do that for humans, because we are confined to our biological meat suits. So they've been telling me how they've had to prepare us for 100 years for this. So, like, that was the difference. They weren't preparing them for full freedom. Does this make sense to people? I'm like, oh, okay. So like that's again how we know we are fully like that, like this is happening without a shadow of a doubt. Like we are getting out of this shit. The Matrix is there. It like this is over. Movies alone prove it to us. I'm like, which is what they've been trying to tell me, you know, this whole fucking time. But again, it's taking me a while to fortify this. That's what I want to say to people is like, it's taking me a while to believe this, but now I'm like, again, I'm at a place, my energy has shifted. I have fully like, my locks have clicked into place. My energy has shifted. I'm like fully certain of this shit now. I'm totally like convinced about this stuff. I'm certain about my truth. I'm certain about at least the channels that I get in like my lane. But I thought this was really interesting. I was like, wow, that actually makes so much sense to me. Because I was watching Lord of the Rings last night, of course. You know, they guide me to that. Oh my God, in that movie, 555 on the clock as I say this. I can't even begin to talk about those series. First of all, there's a lot in those series that, like, they're going to have to explain the aliens. I can explain the Divergent series, like, word for word, like, how they completely line up to my channels. The Lord of the Rings series, they purposely made that extremely complicated so they would have something to come explain down here because there's like, it's very intricate. It's very, because like when I was watching it, I'm like, wait a minute, like this, like, because the Divergent series is very like, chronological. Like it's actually like what is happening like in our 3D realities right now. The Lord of the Rings series, it actually hops from like past to present to future. The Divergent series doesn't have any future in it at all. It, like, towards the end of it, like, okay, so I'm sorry I'm going to spoil the Lord of the Rings movies here for you guys. If you haven't seen them, so sorry. Scroll away. But at the end of it, the last scene, like, Gandalf goes onto the ships, and he's like, okay, I have to leave you little hobbits now. Sorry, I came here, I helped you, and did all this stuff. I have to leave I'm going to leave with the elves. Whatever. That's, like, the aliens when they leave us in the future because they're gonna come down, right? They're gonna help us, but then at some point they're also gonna leave us. They're only gonna be here for like 10 years, they told me, 10 to 20 years, and then they're gonna leave and go back to their dimension. Like they're only gonna help us temporarily. So literally the Lord of the Rings movies, like that's it. They were like, so like I was watching that scene and they're like, this is us in the future, like this is when we're gonna have to leave you humans now. And then Frodo also leaves with Gandalf.